What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Myra.
And I am Meg. Welcome back, y'all.
Yay, welcome back to another week. We are back,
Mm-hmm.
and we have extra special guests in the building.
Yes, the Patreon crew is
Yay!
here for our monthly live podcast. We were just talking about how fun it was to be able to be like live at Go Wild last month. And so many of our patrons were in the building in the front rows, like
Mm-hmm.
cheering us on, wearing our merch. And so, this is great, but it's not the same. I want to
Yeah,
go
it's not the
back.
same.
I want to
Yeah,
go back. The love in that room was just amazing.
it was amazing. I can't believe like we're a month out from Go Wild, like pretty much at this point. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was unreal. Nothing like it.
So
Love the
good.
energy. And shout out to all, like we were just talking about all the new people who were there and listened to us for the
Mm-hmm.
first time at our live podcast. So shout out to y'all if y'all still listening. We
Yes.
appreciate y'all. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a good time. But this is our virtual type of that, I guess.
Yes. I know, right? And yeah, if you're new here because you joined us for that live pod and Go Wow, we definitely appreciate you. And if we weren't your cup of tea, thank you for not being an asshole.
Yeah, we ain't heard nothing about
So
it. So yeah, we appreciate that.
exactly. Raina said in the chat, one thing I learned is that I need to fly in the day before because traveling and then having the events Thursday night was far too much.
It is a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coming
that's
in
why we
on
came in
Wednesday
Wednesday. Yeah.
is very clutch because then you just have a night to, get settled into your hotel, decompress, get a good
Mm-hmm.
night's rest before all the craziness starts because you can sleep in on Thursday, get you some good breakfast, and then do all the things that are going on Thursday. So that's
Yeah.
definitely ideal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's typically what we do. We
Mm-hmm.
were, well, I was going to try to come in Tuesday to do a shop summit, but
Mm-hmm.
it just happened on Wednesday. It
Things
is what it
change.
is. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Maybe next year.
Yes. Crystal said it's giving live show tour. Girl, maybe, maybe in the future that would
Yeah.
be
We would
really,
need
really
somebody to
cool.
sponsor that.
No, 100%. 100%. Amanda said, hopefully less than 3 months we find out where the next live Go Wild podcast will be held. Girl, I hope so too. I hope so too. I hope y'all know me and Myra are not good liars. We have no
Mm-mm.
knowledge whatsoever on where the next Go Wild is going to be. We are just waiting on pins and needles like the rest of you guys are. So I'm excited to see. I'm sure it's gonna be a
Yeah.
cool place.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see where I would not be mad at a repeat location. I'm just saying. I would
I'm
not
just
be
saying.
mad at that.
Mm-mm. It's a lot of locations we haven't been to. We only been to the
Yeah.
last three.
Yeah.
So everything before the pandemic, we had never been to any other Go Wild before pre-pandemic. So it wouldn't be a repeat for us.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. So
Selfishly.
yeah, it would not. I will say I would pass on Disneyland again,
um You wouldn't
personally.
go if it was in a
I mean,
location
I
of
still
Disneyland, or you
go.
just wouldn't go to Disneyland.
I would prefer it not
Okay.
to be Disneyland, but I still go regardless of where it is.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not my big deal of it. It's just, man, it
Yeah.
turned into family vacation. I ain't even gonna hold it. It really turned into family
Mm,
vacation, and that's not the
yeah.
vibe with Go Wild.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, because obviously people got to do what works for them. And if you're in a
Yeah.
situation where, you're bringing like a small child or whatever, because that just works best for your family, we totally understand that. But, it's definitely not the intention for it to be like a family trip. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know, it's just like a nice time to get like a nice break and to get to like really let loose
Hmm.
and hang out with your friends and stuff. And, I guess I think the cool thing about Go Wow and conferences in general is that it's a personal experience and it could be whatever you want it to be for you. And if that works better for some people, that's fine. But, you know, my baby ain't coming to Go Wild till she's 18. So personally, but that's just my
Yeah.
preference. Even though she
Yeah.
wants to real bad. Real
I know
bad.
she would love it.
Every year she's like, why can't I go out with you? It's like, because you're walking and talking, babe. Okay? If you was itty bitty, you would be strapped to my front, but you're not. So
Yeah, she would love it, but I agree. I agree with all of that.
Me too. Me too. I'm excited to see. Raina said I would love Portland or Seattle. I've never been to Portland or Seattle, so that could be interesting. And Amanda said 2025 will be 10 years since Go Wild. So Go Wild in Las Vegas. I'm not Las Vegas, but New Orleans.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. So that could be like a cool, like little 10-year
Anniversary type,
anniversary
yeah.
type of tip. That could be interesting. Interesting. Raina said if they're gonna do New York, I would say Buffalo is the really only good option because New York City is far too expensive. Girl,
I agree.
was it on the bonus or live that we had a whole talk about why we don't want it to be in New York City ever?
Yeah, one of those. I can't remember which
Yeah.
one, but yeah, I agree. It's New York City is too much going on. It's too much going
Mhm.
on. It's too expensive.
Mhm.
It- the girls complained about DC hotel. Can you imagine them complaining about a New York City hotel?
I would be the girls. I would be complaining about it. And I would be complaining about having to ride the train anywhere the subway. I definitely don't want to do that. Y'all know I'm bougie. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because I mean, it's nice to get around, but
Mm-hmm.
also, I I wouldn't want to do the subway. Maybe once just to experience it,
Yeah.
but not to get everywhere. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
it's too much.
But what has everybody been up to? Anything interesting going on? I know Myra is about to do some traveling soon. Here we're just winding down the end of the school year, ready for summer to
Hmm.
officially start. Let us know in the chat, guys. What y'all got going on right now?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know. I know we kind of talked about this on the bonus episode. I don't think I'll be doing any additional traveling the rest of the year. So I just have this next week. I'll be out on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think I might just be chilling at home the rest of the year and prepping for 2026, seeing what I'm gonna do that
Which
year. But
is not bad
or
because we did a
2025,
lot last
different
year.
year.
We did a lot last
We
year.
did.
I
We
flew
did.
more than I ever have in my life last year for sure. And yeah, so I don't know. We're taking like a little family road trip for Memorial Day weekend, not going anywhere too far, and then we're going on the cruise later on this year. But
Hmm.
as far as travel plans, yeah, I don't foresee us flying anywhere else. Anywhere else we might be going is just driving, going to see family in Memphis and stuff. And we've toyed with the idea of going glamping, but again, that will be somewhere that is driving distance. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, I've been
Gonna
thinking
see.
about that too because we just discovered Hopkins Hills out here in Ohio. Very similar, like aesthetic wise, to like Gatlinburg, and we love traveling in Gatlinburg. So we thought about maybe if we could get
Yeah.
something just to do like a little family thing. Because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but other than
I
that,
agree.
yeah. And I think honestly, if there's going to be something with Beyonce, it's probably going to be 2025. So I need to
There we
chill for
go.
the rest of the year.
You know what? Get the Beyonce sinking fun going because absolutely at this point, if she does tour or do something for Cowboy Carter, it's not gonna be this year.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
not
like
me
we
this
would
year.
know about it
Yeah.
by now because last year the tickets for Renaissance went on sale in like February
Which makes sense.
and
And
September.
Renaissance
Yeah,
dropped like July
the year
ish, the
before.
year before, yeah. So
Yeah,
that will
yeah,
make sense
exactly.
because the tour
Mm-hmm.
will have to be like spring, summerish anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Agreed.
and we already about through with spring, so it's going to be next
Agreed.
year.
And Beyonce is perpetually online and she be watching the Hive. And the Hive has been begging for her not to do nothing this year because we ain't
Mhm.
got it.
We ain't got it. She hit us with Renaissance tour, Sacred, the
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we get that on streaming? First of all, Mel,
I know.
you
Where
already
the
didn't give us no visuals, and then you not put in the Renaissance World Tour movie on streaming. Like, what are you doing?
we are the visuals. I think once the acts are over, whether it's just 2 acts or 3 or whatever, I think it'll hit streaming. I think it's not on streaming because maybe she doesn't want it to like detract from the Cowboy Carter era. But I don't know. I'm dying to see it again. I'm dying to see it again.
It's disrespectful.
Yes, it really is. Amanda said graduation parties. Oh yeah, graduation
Oh
season
yes, yes,
is in full swing. Full swing.
yes.
Crystal said, I'm just trying to finish my craft room design and TikTok shop is having its way. Girl, TikTok shop. What was I spending my money on before TikTok shop?
Amazon. TikTok shop has completely eclipsed Amazon for me.
Literally.
I have a new desk. I think I'm going to end up getting off a TikTok shop because this desk is just not giving what I thought it was going to give. And it came from Amazon. So TikTok shop won from that. I also, have y'all seen that 7-door, like 7-drawer dresser
Yep.
thing?
It's like the IKEA one.
Yeah, I
but
want one of
cheaper.
those and it's cheaper. So I might get some of that. And sometimes One Size Beauty's go on sale. Like brands that will have like a massive sale on TikTok shop. High key TikTok shop need to be banned because it's going to be better on our pockets.
Leave TikTok, but ban TikTok shop because
I mean TikTok shop.
TikTok has it finally got me with that oat butter, that oat house butter. Have you seen that? It's like some oat butter, and it's like a spread or whatever. They got like a cookie dough flavor, a banana blend flavor. I don't know. It's like, and I'm on my second jar of it. It's weird. It's like, I don't want to say it's good, but I like it. I don't know how to explain it. I just like the flavor for some reason. It's a very hit or miss thing, I think.
Now is it a spread like kind of like peanut butter type texture?
Kind of like that, yeah. But it's not as smooth as like peanut butter. But yeah, I like it for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
There was one company. They team tagged with this jam company that's owned by a Black woman. I can't think of the name of it, but they did nut butter, like not almond butter, but cashew. I love cashews. So I'm wondering if it's something like,
it's like that. It's just it's nut free because it's made with oats. So that's really good for people who have like nut allergies or whatever. And like I said, they have different flavors. You add chocolate chips in it or whatever. You can spread it on stuff. I've just been eating it out the jar because I just really like it. Crystal said, go ahead and send the link, Mick. Look, I will send the link, but with the disclaimer that if y'all do not like it, I don't want to hear about it because I'm telling you, it's probably not for everybody because I'm still trying to decide if I like it. I think I do, but I'm not sure. It's very weird.
Definitely send a link because I did like the cashew butter. I cannot think of the brand. I know they were in Oregon though, so I'll try to look it up from that. But yeah,
I think if you like spreads outside of peanut butter, then you might like it. But if you're somebody who does not like peanut butter texture, taste, nothing like that, you probably won't like this either. That's the best way that I can describe it. So yeah, I want to hear if y'all
found
like it.
Just send a link and we can't say if we don't like it.
Veronica said on jar 2 and she's not sure she likes it. I know.
That is a weird way to describe it, but I get what you were saying. But yeah, the one I was talking about is called Ground Up. Their website is Ground Up PDX. Yeah. They're out of Portland, Oregon. And they do like cashew type butter. So I think it's because I think people have allergies to peanuts more so than other nuts. So I guess that's what they're doing. But they have a
bad allergy.
A birthday cake one that is good. They got a churro one that is really good. So yeah, this is so random though.
Sorry, this is
it's fine.
The power of TikTok shop. The power, Crystal said, I think that will be good on a cinnamon crunch bagel. Yes, I think so too.
Or even with apples.
I should try it with apples. I bet I would like it. I should definitely try it with apples because I do like apples and peanut butter. But yeah, it's a great alternative because, like I said, like I think most schools even have it so they tell you not to pack peanut butter in your kids' lunch because it's just such a bad allergy for a child who has a peanut allergy. So it's nice to have alternatives. And I have been seeing the ad for them for months. And I finally just took the leap and ordered it. And like I said, I think I like it. I think I like it.
If anybody gets it, definitely report how y'all feel about it too. But yeah, drop the link when you get a chance.
Tell Myra, don't tell me if you don't like it. Thanks. But yeah, y'all, leave us a 5-star review if you love the show, if you're digging the show. If you have a great time with us, we always appreciate those. Our merch is still available. I definitely want to work on some new things to add, maybe in
Mhm.
time for the fall, because I didn't want to do like a lot of like pullovers and stuff because I knew it was getting hotter outside. So
Yeah.
maybe adding our design to some pullovers and hoodies and things like that. So I'm really, really excited about that. And also with Danny's collab shirt, we are going to be making a donation to Out Youth. It is a queer youth organization.
Mhm.
Um, so we're so excited about that. So thank you to everybody who has supported our merch, especially to our collab shirt with Danny, because we're going to be making a donation with that. We were able to raise about $80 from Danny's shirt, so we're just going to round it up and donate $100. So we're super excited to be able to do that. So
Yeah, and the organization is local to Texas too. I know that was very important to Danny. So yeah, shout out to him on that. And
yes.
also like maybe a fall drop will be on brand for us because we do a lot of fall ish things. So
We do love the fall.
just stay tuned. But yeah, everything is still
Mhm.
available. It wasn't just like a go wild type thing. So if you
Mm-mm.
still wanted to get some, it is there.
Yep.
Link will be in the show notes. Definitely check out the YouTube. We got videos going up there. You can watch us in real time. You can even
Yes.
see the Patreon comments once we pop them up on the screen here and
Mhm.
there. So if you want to be able to watch us and see like what we look like, because sometimes people can't tell us apart apparently
That's true.
by voice.
That is true.
So check us out on YouTube, subscribe there. That will be a very, very helpful.
Yes. Amanda said that's awesome. Thanks for letting us know how much and where the donation is going.
Mhm.
Transparency, babe. Period.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Always. But yeah, on that note, we will take a quick break so that we can, I don't know, shoot the shit with the Patreon. And we'll be back in a couple minutes.
And pay some bills in between.
Period.
Yes.
Alrighty, y'all. So we talked about euphoria a couple weeks ago. If you aren't familiar with that whole debacle, that's the company who is revolutionizing blackface in a bottle and calling it makeup. The only update that we have from them is that they have been dropped from a couple of retailers. Unfortunately, they have not been dropped from Ulta yet. Don't know what's going on with Ulta, but they have been dropped from a couple of retailers. They have made no statement, no social media posts regarding this situation or anything. They have just gone silent. And Myra was expecting this. I was not expecting that. I just knew they were going to say something. But, I think you were right, Myra, because honestly, like, what can they even say? What can they even say?
Only thing at this point they can hope is that the world moves on, which I
Yeah,
don't honestly, unless TikTok get banned and TikTok don't exist, I really don't think there is a world where they can just come back and drop another product without people saying something. I
that's
mean, I
true.
think that's what they're going to do, like wait a few months, drop another
Yeah.
product and turn off the comments or something, but
Mm-hmm.
people are going to call them out.
And I wonder, are they still going to continue like manufacturing that shade and just, you know, ignore everything else? Like what's the game plan? You
There is no
know?
game plan, just like it wasn't no game plan in making that foundation in the first place.
It's very true.
So I don't know. I don't even
Yeah.
know if we are too much longer for euphoria in this world, honestly. It might just dissipate as a brand.
Yeah, because you know what? Yeah, because they weren't established enough to be able to weather this. Because
Yeah.
there are so many really established makeup brands. Hell, Tarte is a perfect
Hmm.
example. They were very deeply established and embedded in makeup culture, and
Hmm.
so they were able to make a few mistakes and still have a customer base and to still be able to succeed and still be able to get people back and things like that. Euphoria was not there at all. Like you're
Hmm.
really starting your company with these type of fumbles. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's
It's
bad. And
pretty bad.
also on the established part, like going with Tarte, Tarte actually has some good products too.
Yeah.
I haven't tried
Yes, that
Euphoria,
too.
but just like from what people are saying, like it's not like
Yeah.
Concealer. Like that,
Yeah.
people who don't even like really want to say Tarte or fuck with Tarte as a brand would use that concealer still because
It's
it's
true.
good.
If
So
the product is good, you definitely have more room to
yeah, kind
flub
of proof
up.
from it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't think Euphoria has anything like that. I mean, the foundation probably is good, but you
Yeah.
have this like negative connotation on it that people don't even want to use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Because
So,
now, if you, especially if you're like, because so much stuff is creator driven, especially nowadays and TikTok. And if
mhm,
your favorite makeup artist or makeup girly or whoever on
mhm.
TikTok is like absolutely not, I would never use that brand publicly, you're probably gonna be less likely to even try it out because you don't have anybody giving you any type of validation or stamp of approval
Yeah, or
on this
influence
or
to buy it.
influence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, yeah.
It's
And that's
exactly
I mean,
right.
and the owner like runs their social media and
Mm-hmm.
I believe she has like a social media like management type of background. Like I don't know how you can recover from this. I just don't
Yeah.
know. Like at minimal, I feel like maybe if they put a statement out there earlier, maybe they could have recovered then. But now it's just like it's a wrap.
I know. Like, what that would look so stupid for them to put out a statement like a month later, unless that statement came with some action and some things that they were doing to like make the situation better. But even now, like, why did it take a month for y'all to figure something out? Over a month at this point. It
Yeah,
feels very lazy and just like y'all just wanted things to cool down. And it's like, no, if you mess up, you don't get the grace of letting things cool down before you can make it right. You need to start making it right immediately. Even if people don't believe you, even if people don't listen to you, you still should try.
agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
So
I mean,
yeah.
trying at least shows a little bit of care.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there have been bigger makeup brands that have like closed and shut down. So I don't think that Euphoria is long for this world. Maybe she'll cultivate a rebrand and like have a new name and new branding and not put her face attached to it. I could see her if she has the means doing something like that and just trying to start over with a new company. But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that brand was on like Shark Tank and she has a lot of
that's
investors.
true.
So I'm wondering if
Mm.
there be anything that she could do. I wonder if investors are backing out. Like
Ooh.
yeah, I don't know. And honestly, like the tagline or the mission behind it to have makeup be like basically skincare and especially in this, clean girl makeup era, like
Yeah,
she really could have ran with that.
very true.
But I don't know. I I just how and it just doesn't make sense to
It
me
don't make
that you are
sense.
marketing to a generation that is very, inclusive, very
Mm-hmm.
about doing the right thing, and then you still be lazy about it. Like that's insane. That's
Yep.
another reason probably why Tarte has still like, excel and flourish as a company. Like
Yeah.
they were pretty much marketing to like millennials and Gen
Mm-hmm.
X, like a little bit of an older crowd that
Yeah.
don't really, not that we don't care because obviously we care, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like that's not
Mm-hmm.
that generation that is going to be like, no, fuck y'all did something wrong and not inclusive. Like
Right.
those
Right.
type of people will still be like, well, if it's good, I'm gonna still buy it kind of thing. But
Yeah. That's
Gen
true.
Z as a generation isn't really like that.
That's very, very true. Yeah. And
Yeah.
honestly, like I feel like it's definitely a test of a company if you are able to weather a storm and come out on the other side and still do what you can do. And this is not a good showing of their longevity at all, the way they have handled this situation, because they have just not done anything. They just turned off their comments and disappeared.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Jeanette said they didn't read the room and understand where the times are regarding being inclusive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
I
know
don't
what?
think they
That's the
cared.
thing. And if they would have came out 10, 15 years
Hmm.
ago with the same shade range, I don't think they would have got this type of reaction, but times have changed and people are just way more aware. And, you obviously, Black women would have had a lot to say about it 10,
Yeah.
15 years ago, but nobody else would have cared as much.
Right.
And they wouldn't have had our back. And that would have been the difference of how well this company did. That's why so many brands were able to get away with having these shitty, shitty shade ranges for so many years.
Hmm.
But that changed. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and to be a
Hate
brand
it.
to like market to the people that is just like, no, we want change, we want inclusivity is crazy.
It's crazy. It's
But
crazy. I
I
can't
wish
believe
them
a
nothing
month
but the worst.
later we don't have. They ain't said nothing.
Ain't got nothing to say.
Because people can't give you a second chance or a third chance or whatever if you're not even asking for it. Y'all just ain't saying nothing.
Cause
Okay.
you just don't care. That's what
Okay.
what it feels like. You just don't care. But
Yep.
I mean, you proving what everybody was saying is right. So yeah, Jeanette
Mm-hmm.
says it. The silence speaks volumes.
Yep. It
So
does. It does. Okay, so before I get into our next topic, this is on a related note. Mother's Day just passed.
mhm,
I had a fantastic Mother's
I
Day. Myra,
did.
did you had a great Mother's
Mhm,
Day as well? Hope you all in the chat, if you are mothers or you have amazing mothers in your life, I hope that y'all had a great celebration of Mother's Day.
mhm.
Our friend Gypsy Rose, Jip
Jip
Jip,
jip.
she had a very interesting thing that she put out
I
on
did
Mother's
not
Day.
see this.
You didn't see the video at all?
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to talk about the whole video. I'm just going to talk about a particular part that was very interesting. She put out a 9-minute video on Mother's Day, to acknowledge the holiday and to acknowledge the amazing mothers in her life. And she had a point at the very beginning where she said, "It does not go without notice that my own biological mother is not here to celebrate Mother's Day." And it's like,
I thought this lady took a break off the internet.
Jip,
I
I
think you
don't
need to
know
go
what
back to the
happened.
break because
I don't
who
know.
approved this? Who gave her a cell phone?
I don't understand. And I don't want to rehash the whole Gypsy Rose situation,
Mhm.
but long story short, Gypsy's mother is not here, and Gypsy literally directly has something to do with why her mother is not here to celebrate Mother's Day. I'm
Jip
gonna just
is
leave
the
it at that.
reason.
She is the reason why her mother is not here. Regardless of all the other context, it's a very complicated, nuanced situation. It's not just black and white. But
Mhm.
what is black and white is that her mother is not here to celebrate Mother's Day because of her, period. Why did she say that? Why did she say that? Lord is right, Jeanette. Lord.
Just why would you say that? It's like she's making it seem like, you know, of natural causes. And it was
Not
not natural.
not that she literally her and her boyfriend concocted for him to take her mother off the planet, and he did. Oh my gosh. I don't know why she's not taking a break. Because I done seen so much of her and her new man, who her old man.
Mhm.
I don't know why Jip not taking a break. Apparently, she got a nose job. She got blonde hair now. Jip is really doing a lot.
Oh, she
She's
got a nose
really,
job too.
yeah. It's a very slight nose job. It wasn't like a crazy, Michael
Where is
Jackson
she getting
nose
this
job.
money from? Did she write a book or something?
Well, so she has like a show with Lifetime.
Is it out?
I think so. It's like a reality show.
Okay.
If it's not out, it's coming out soon because it's supposed to be like documenting, her first months out and why
Okay.
her marriage deteriorated and all that type of stuff. Yeah, she needs to
Yeah.
log off big time.
Yeah, and I know sometimes doctors will be like, I'll do the surgery for you if you promote it, or,
One
if
hundred
it's on a
percent
show, she probably
could
got
have
it
been
for
something
free.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand because I just feel like she needs to know who her audience is. And her audience is all of social media. It's not just the people who back her up, who support her, who understand why she did what she did, or who are able to empathize for her. It's everybody. So there are a ton of people on the planet who just look at her as a murderer and nothing
Mhm.
else. And her bringing up her mother in that way so directly on social media was just absolutely crazy. Like, I can only imagine what the comments of that video were
A
like.
9-minute video and you started like that?
Like, girl, give people a break. People need a break from you. People, you cannot just force people to be cool with you and your presence and your freedom, because a lot of people are not. A lot of people are not.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's really just nothing you can do about it. Like
No,
it just
people
is
are
what it is.
people have the freedom to feel however they want to feel, and I'm never going to say that anybody is not valid for feeling like you got away with murder basically, and you
Yeah.
just out here in these streets living your best life. You know, like a lot of people feel like that. So
Yeah.
and they gonna let her know.
Yeah, and that's completely valid. Yeah, I don't. She needs a break from break therapy, like extensive. Like, I just don't think like social media is a good place for somebody who grew up the way she did,
I know.
been in jail all these years, like did the what she did to her mom. Like, you just, there's no way you could be mentally prepared for something like social media after enduring all that for years.
There are a lot of, people who have done very, very questionable, horrible things, who have, been able to get kind of infamous from it because we know about those cases and they've been splashed all over the internet. And a lot of those people who are free have taken the rightful place of just being quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And going somewhere, changing their name, living a quiet life. I don't know why Gypsy Rose won't do that. I guess it's because of her situation and because it's so complicated and nuanced that she has a lot more sympathy than a lot of these other people I'm referring to. But that don't mean it's not unlimited and it's not 100% either. So
Yeah.
I'm honestly scared for her safety. Like, she just needs to just chill and just stay out of the media. Stop trying to be famous. You cannot be famous off of this. It's not right. So just chill.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, I mean, you got the show. Like, that's some way to fame, but at least that's edited and,
Edited, produced, all that.
produced, delayed, but
Yeah. Yeah.
therapy.
Truly. This week was definitely not a good week for the NFL and some of the people that they have in the NFL and their beliefs. The Kansas City Chiefs kicker, Harrison, I think his name is Butker or Butt something, asshole, basically.
Harrison,
Yeah,
asshole.
Harrison, asshole. He spoke at a commencement for a private Catholic college, and he just had a lot of really, I mean, I can't think of a marginalized group he didn't come for. I mean, he came for women and our rights to choose whatever we want for our lives. He came for diversity and inclusion. He came for the LGBTQ plus community. He came for Jewish people. Like, I mean, he just really had a checklist of who he was gonna drag, and he went check, 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 check.
And I get it's a Catholic private college or whatever, but like, isn't the point of these commencement speeches is to be motivating and encouraging to the people who are graduating? Like, why are we talking about 90% of what's in your speech? Did anybody proofread this? Were y'all just like, oh, we got somebody who has a, Super Bowl ring or whatever, and he's a freaking kicker. Don't nobody care about fucking kickers.
Yeah.
It's not Tay-Tay's boyfriend. So
thank God. Thank God it's not. Oh my God, if Travis Kelce had said some stuff like that,
I don't think he would ever. I don't think he would ever. Not
he would.
for me.
He
defending him. He just, I just don't. Yeah. But like, God. I think they just was like, oh, we got this quote unquote high profile person just off the pure, sakes that he plays for this team that just won the NFL this past year. And nobody checked in on the speech. And I get it's a Catholic place, and like some of the stuff that he's saying, they probably do believe in. So maybe somebody did and was just like, okay, but like, that's not the purpose of a commencement speech.
That's
for
not
people
the
who
purpose
are graduating
of a commencement speech. Exactly. And then it's like, I forgot to mention he got super political and directly dissed Joe Biden by name in a couple of different instances. So my thing is like, even if your audience is Catholic, like Joe Biden is Catholic too. Like you don't have to believe that there are some people and parents in your audience who support him. There are some people who support a woman's right to choose. There's people who didn't send their child to a super fucking expensive 4-year degree just to get a husband and be a homemaker for the rest of her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was absolutely zero care or awareness to the different people that you have in your audience. Like, they have, Democratic officials speaking at these commencement services all the time. They don't just get up there and tell a whole campaign speech of how shitty the Republican Party is and try to sell their side. They try to speak inclusively to everybody so that everybody can get something from the message, even if you don't agree with the messenger, and it's like, I got really frustrated listening to them talk about it on The View. Whoopi Goldberg just gets on my nerves all the fucking time. But
She's just
they were
old.
just, yeah, exactly. And they were just talking about, free speech and he has the right to say that and all that type of stuff. Hate speech is not protected speech. Okay. And what he said to me amounts to hate speech because a lot of the things that he said leads to violence against the LGBTQ plus community, leads to violence against Jewish people, leads to violence against all these different groups. So how is that okay? And I'm not saying he doesn't have the right to feel that way, but to be comfortable enough to say that in a public forum and not to risk losing his job or anything, even though Colin Kaepernick was forced into retirement for literally just speaking up for what he believed in, like, it's not cool. It's just not cool.
It's not the same. Him being a straight white male gives him the privilege to one, even have the audacity to get up on stage to think he could say some shit like that, but to know that nothing's gonna fucking happen to him after him saying that. So like to be like free speech, like fuck y'all for saying that. First off, like fuck you. Like that, you just like, I feel like people are interpreting free speech as I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, and that's like, no, like, well, technically, yeah, you can, but there should be consequences.
You're not free from consequences. Exactly. But we know the NFL don't care.
Yeah,
the NFL does not care. They've made all these strides towards diversity and equity and conclusion. They still ain't gave Colin Kaepernick no damn job. But this man is gonna stay employed with his shitty views that he doesn't care, telling to the whole world. It's just disgusting. And Amanda, I didn't even know this. Amanda just said in the chat, it was the second time he's done a speech like this. So he been just out here. I mean, he gonna run for office some damn day in some whatever state that he from, and continue to be horrible like this. And it's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
and he's
I
gross.
was thinking maybe he went to the wrong speech. Maybe it was a MAGA thing he was supposed to be speaking at.
That would have been.
It would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense. Because some of his views don't even coincide with the Catholic Church's views. It's even more extreme than that. So,
I mean, even to be like women are better off in the home, like that goes against the college making money, because then now you have half of your freaking population being in school.
They could have got a lot cheaper of a degree if they were just going to go and be homemakers. And nobody is saying anything against anybody's right to be able to choose that. He's saying that that's what we should be choosing. It's like, why? When are these men going to stop speaking up for women all the time? Like, we can choose whatever we want to do. If we want to be a homemaker and it works for our life and our goals, then kudos to you. And if you want to work and do things outside of your home, you have every right to do that. It's not 1950.
It's
like, be so crazy. Real.
That's crazy.
Be so
and
for
to
real.
Be a whole ass full-time NFL player talking about my wife was better off.
When she got nannies and cooks,
yeah, she has all the help in the world,
the resources,
and even on your kicker salary, which isn't probably nowhere near like Travis Kelce's, probably making a shit ton more money than you. She's still much more well off than most people. Most people have to work.
Yeah,
it has to be a double income household. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Very privileged and very stupid.
Yeah, it's just
it. He's just stupid. Amanda said his mom is a physicist at Emory. I heard his mom is a physicist, and everybody has just been saying like his whole spiel and stick just screams mommy issues. Apparently, his sister is a gynecologist as well, and clearly everything he says goes directly against his own family members.
So they are okay with working and having these jobs that require degrees, require going to college, but all women just like live a better life because they are catering to some man and being a homemaker. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if his mom and sister don't talk to him personally.
Yeah, it's giving no contact.
Yeah. Which rightfully so. Yeah. I wouldn't be talking to him either. Yeah. It's just me and my husband was talking about this, and I always go ultra feminist when I'm talking to him sometimes just to reinforce. And I was like, this is why I ain't bringing no man into the world, because you just never know what he gonna say. No shade to the boy moms. Myra.
None taken. I feel like this is funny because I see the TikTok where it's kind of semi-related where uh the wife is a gay couple. The wife asks the other wife, like, how would you feel if your son like started rapping about being in the streets and stuff? And clearly they're like suburban, never had to
Yeah.
deal with that. She said, oh, I'm going to make my own diss track against him and go through each year of his life of how good he had it and
Period.
how he is lying. Because I feel like as
Period.
Black moms, you not about to be out here embarrassing me,
Mm-mm.
saying some wild
Mm-mm.
stuff, saying some lies about you being in the hood when you're not, saying that
Okay.
women need to be homemakers when that's not how we raised you. Like, I don't think it would
Can
happen to
you
me because of
imagine?
that. Yeah.
Oh my
I would be up on
gosh.
CNN going off, dragging my son.
Dragging. Ugh, I can't. Raina said, honestly, I be trying to find ways not to work anymore, but hubby ain't with it. Girl, Loki saying, but that's my choice.
That's your choice.
That's my
Yeah.
choice.
And
Okay?
even then for me, because I just don't feel like I could just sit there and like clean the walls or whatever all day. Like, again, if that's you, that's your choice. I still would probably find something that I would be doing on the side.
Honestly, me and my husband has talked about this ad nauseum, and I am not a homemaker. I don't like cleaning up. I can't
hate
do it
it.
all day. And I
Hate
feel
it.
like sometimes if you are in a situation where like your spouse is working and you're not, more of that responsibility will fall on you. I would be
Yes.
absolutely miserable if I would be miserable. I know it just would not work for me and who I am. But again, that's my choice. These are choices. And everybody should have the right to do this. And you shouldn't be seen as better or more, fulfilling your womanly purpose if you make that choice or whatever. Like, come on. Like, stop telling women who we need to be.
Yeah.
He's so dumb. He's
It is
so
so dumb.
dumb. He's gotten kicked in the head a couple times.
It's possible. CTE.
Period. I can't.
It's possible.
Oh my gosh. Jeanette said, apparently after the speech, his jersey sells sword, walking red flag of anyone I see with his girl. So it's literally like the MAGA hat. Yes, Amanda said they probably have a MAGA hat. It's literally like the MAGA hat. I know exactly what I need to know about you, and I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
It's a signal that honestly I would like to know before I interact with you. Because that way I can, exit stage left with any type of communication with somebody like that.
Just saying something like that was just so ignorant and stupid. Like, what if he's ever in a situation where he's, needs his life saved and the only doctor at the ER is a female doctor? He gonna turn her away? That was actually kind of a situation on Grey's Anatomy, but it was
I was gonna say I've been watching The Good Doctor, and they had that situation where it was a Black female doctor, and the person they were working on had like a Nazi tattoo on them.
All I got to say is people real lucky that I didn't decide to become a doctor.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say
they would have took my license because I just would have just sat there.
Get out of my hospital. Go die somewhere else.
But that was that whole episode of her like trying to, put her feelings aside and do her oath, what she signed up for, and then is to take care of people. That would be very hard.
It would be very hard.
We ain't built like that.
I'm not, and that's why I'm not a doctor. So
choices.
Oh my
we made the right one.
We did. Okay, next topic before we go and take a quick break. We definitely don't want to get too into it because it's a very sensitive situation. Definitely want to give a trigger warning regarding domestic violence. If anybody does not want to hear this is definitely a good time to just kind of pop out if y'all are in the chat and maybe come back in like 5 or 10 minutes or just fast forward if you're listening. But video footage surfaced of a assault that is allegedly of P. Diddy committing an assault to Cassie, and it's very similar to one of the assaults that she had outlined in her lawsuit against him a few months ago. And disturbing is not the word. Like disgusting is not the word. It's probably one of the worst things I feel like I've ever seen. And I just don't, believe women, believe victims. I mean, that's all you can say. Like, nobody should have had to see that. in order to, you know, validate her and to see the truth in, you know, what her lawsuit outlined. But if people needed to see that in order to believe her, then I feel really bad for you, because I feel like people always try to bring up, well, people lie about certain things. It's a very, very small percentage
Very
of
small.
people who have lied about this, and you're going to discredit, you know, hundreds of thousands of victims because a handful may have lied about a situation. It just makes no sense. And I
For
just,
somebody you don't even know. That's what,
yeah.
like, just because you know, was Diddy bopping with him in the
Mm-hmm.
90s, like, you don't
Mm-hmm.
know this person. Just
Yeah.
because you enjoy somebody's music or art or whatever doesn't absolve them from being shitty human beings.
Yep. Yeah,
And it sucks.
exactly.
It sucks that even still to this day, after seeing that, people are like trying to justify the shit.
I mean, I just don't understand how people haven't learned from the growing number of very powerful, famous men who have been caught red-handed doing some horrible things, that people can create things that you enjoy and be horrible people. You don't know anything about them in their personal life. You just don't. We
You
just
don't know them.
don't.
You don't know them.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, a victim should not have to go to these lengths to prove that something happened to them. Like, they should be given the
And
benefit of the
relive that
doubt
trauma.
and believe and relive it. You know, because it's like Cassie has children. She has like 2 young kids who are probably going to see that footage one day.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have took that for people to believe their mother. You know, we already knew it was super, super sketchy, like the swiftness of the settlement and all that. It wasn't ever given innocent at all. At all.
Less than 24 hours.
And also it was always problematic with, like, even like the power structure in their relationship. The fact that she
Absolutely.
was
Yeah.
an up and coming artist and he was this super powerful established music mogul. The fact that she
Mm-hmm.
was 19 and he was 37 when they met. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just I just feel for her, and my heart just goes out to her and her family so much. And I don't know what's gonna come of Diddy and his career. We talked about this offline, that, you know, like, the statute of limitations had ran for that particular incident. So like the LA County sheriffs or whatever put out a statement that they weren't gonna be able to charge him. But, you
Right.
know, I just hope that some type of way justice gets served to him. He's already had to pay monetarily. I need it to be a little bit more than that, though, because that was absolutely vicious. And they need to make an example out of him, that you cannot do that to anybody.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Only thing we as a society can hope for is that they can catch him up on something else that they can charge for him criminally.
It needs jail
So,
time. Because
yeah,
come on, like, you're not telling me, and anybody who want to try to argue, oh well, maybe it was that. That was just one of several incidents that she outlined
absolutely.
in her lawsuit. That
Just
definitely
happened to be recorded.
was not the
Yeah.
one and only time. Definitely was, for him to be that bold and to be that public with it in the freaking hotel hallway and lobby. Come on.
Yeah.
Like Jeanette said, I can't imagine what he was doing in spaces without cameras. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cause yeah, I mean, to do that boldly in the public, like, anybody else could have just been walking out of their room at that time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he's probably got enough to like bow out the whole floor or whatever, but who knows?
100%.
But
Yeah. You never
it's still
know.
public. A worker, anybody could have been out there, and he was
Mm-hmm.
just bold enough to do that. It's just crazy. I just hope that there is something else that they can catch him up on. And for people that be like, oh, why do they always go after money and like do the civil lawsuit? One, like, criminally, it's against the state. Like,
They have no
they
control
have
over
no
what the
control
state
over that.
does. Nope.
And then two, civil cases have way less of a burden of proof. Like,
Mm-hmm.
have a better chance to get some money out of a situation by coming with a civil suit than to get somebody criminally charged.
Yeah. And if that's the
So
only way that you think that you're ever going to be able to get any type of
that's what you got to
justice,
do.
then this is what you got to do. So
Yeah,
I
that
can't.
sucks.
I'm disgusted. I'm just
Yeah.
beyond disgusted with him, and I'm just beyond disgusted with our society. And I know everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's a wrap for him. He done." I don't know, because people have let
Never
folks
know.
get away
Yeah.
with some horrible stuff before, and they give men a lot of string to hang themselves with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I hope it's over for him. I do. But with this society and the way these people, I mean, look at the way folks still supported Tory Lanez and stuff. Like, you just never know. You just never, ever know.
Even R. Kelly.
Exactly.
I mean, his ass in jail and people still defend. Like, it just don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, people gonna support shitty people, unfortunately. But yeah, I just hope that there is something that they can get him criminally, because like that's just sick. That is absolutely sick.
It is.
And that video statement kept it, shove it. Why are you talking to us in the first place? What you apologizing to us for?
I mean, never mention her name one time
at all.
Never
and
said,
you just told us months ago you was innocent. Ain't none of that happened.
Been saying it. Girl, he just posted the other day talking about time reveals the truth or tells the truth or something. It did. It sure did. Not the truth you thought we were going to get.
It did.
And then he didn't admit to anything else that she alleged. Only that one thing that we showed, and he said he wasn't there to make excuses, but that's all he did.
Mm-hmm.
So, come on.
Shove it.
Also, I think it's kind of messed up that Diddy made a statement quicker than Euphoria, but
that's insane.
That's none of my business.
Yeah, that's none of our business.
That's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Amanda said we should have believed her. The fact that the video existed for 8 years and it wasn't leaked, misogyny is everywhere. Yeah. So allegedly he paid off the hotel like $50,000 or whatever to get the footage. And people are saying that when the feds raided his home like a month or two ago, that they might have recovered it then. And that just really speaks to how even more disgusting and gross he is, that he would just have been holding on to that when there was probably the only video footage and he could have been destroyed. I mean, luckily he didn't, but it's kind of crazy if he was holding on to that and that's really where that video came from.
Yeah.
Insane.
It just, like, in my eyes, that makes me believe everything that was in that lawsuit, like, you guilty of. Because, I mean, all that stuff was saying that he's, like, attracted to, like, this violence. It makes sense why he would hold on to it.
Yeah. Raina said, has anyone seen a list of businesses, companies he owns / works with? Time to hit the pockets. Well, with Revolt, he like relinquished his ownership of that a few months ago. I would assume the majority of the things he had any type of dealings with, he's probably relinquished his ownership of before, because I think, that wasn't going away. And it's more people been making accusations and lawsuits and stuff. He definitely has been trying to protect his business interests. People have been alleging about putting things and money and accounts in his kids' names to hide them. It's all type of really messed up things that, rich people can do to try to avoid accountability. And so that's absolutely been done for sure. Yeah. But yeah, sending love to Cassie and to anyone who has ever been a victim of domestic violence. And we just have to support each other and believe each other and not make people have to relive this trauma on such a huge stage in order to just believe them. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. But yeah. Also, on that note, go ahead.
Just an honorable mention for Jasmine clearing Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I was wondering how we was gonna bring that in.
Just an honorable mention, because like, thank you for that.
Bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. I can think of so many people I would apply that to.
And the level of decorum to leave out bitch at the end.
I mean, the alliteration.
Yeah.
To leave out bitch when it was right there.
It was right there.
And just the alliteration was just chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
Love Black women.
Yeah.
Love Black women.
Yes.
But anyway, we're going to take a quick break before we finish the show, and we will be right back. All right, y'all. So we are back. The main planner thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that Laurel Denise has a new portrait planner,
Excited for
and
it.
it is very, very cool. Did you end up ordering it?
I did.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna get here before I leave.
Oh no.
Because I did want to play around with it,
Yeah.
but oh, I am so excited for that. I am so
Yes.
excited for that.
I'm excited too. I didn't end up getting it, but I'm excited to live vicariously through you. It looks very, very cool. And
Mhm,
if y'all are not aware, like, she does like the horizontal thing where you have like the calendar on one side and then you're able to scroll through your weeks on the other side while still seeing the calendar. Well, this is cool because it has the calendar at the top and you get to
mhm,
scroll through your weeks at the bottom.
mhm.
So you still get the full view of the calendar and the like to be able to see it all the time, which I just love that. I think that is so cool.
Yeah, and listening to the audience because it is this vertical one is going to be more so on par, like sides wise to a typical book notebook planner or
Yes.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just really excited because I think like the sides, especially the original LD
Mm-hmm.
planner, it's kind of big for most people. It's awkward, it's
Yeah.
horizontal type thing, but this is a good option for those of y'all who weren't really feeling that horizontal type layout and now it's up down. I'm excited to play around with it and get my
Yeah.
hands on it and see if it'll work for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Right now I've kind of been in a planner rut. I got that and
I know,
also
me too.
the new layouts for the passport planners with Oristelle.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, pick those up. So hopefully, I'm hoping that comes. I want to be able to play with a planner or two while
I
on this trip.
know.
But so hopefully that gets here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that Laura Denise portrait planner.
Me too. I feel like I'm in a little planner rut as well. I ordered the new Daily Duo from EC, but that doesn't start till freaking July. And then
Hmm.
I went back and ordered the non-compact vertical, the 7x9 compact vertical. And
Nah,
when I tell
compact
you,
vertical.
it was so hard for me to get it because I have not been in a 7x9 planner in probably at least a year and a half or
Yeah, it's been a
so.
while for me too.
It has been a while.
It
So I
seems huge
really
now.
it does. I really, really consider get in a A5 because I got
Hmm.
the Evolve anyway, so I was gonna get the Evolve regardless or whatever. Because I do like the canvas, I just don't love the gray tabs. And I wanted to get a gold coil, and I just don't think gold coil and gray tabs like look good together. So I wasn't. I was really just set on like which size I want to get, and I ended up pulling the trigger, getting a 7x9. So that should be here hopefully in a couple of days. Even though it doesn't start to July, I just wanted to like play around with it and just see what it
Yeah.
was about. Because I like that layout. I think it's really cool. So
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up snagging that Daily Duo. I'm trying to wait to like mid June-ish or
mm-hmm.
early June, just so I'm not sitting on it for super long,
I know exactly. It's so
Yeah.
hard when you have a new planner and you can't even use it yet.
Also, send me a
Um,
coupon.
Oh, you want me to send you a
Yeah.
coupon? I got you. I got some now. I had to get one from Julie before I ordered because I didn't have any, but I got you. I'll send you a coupon.
Yeah, this is why planner friends make the best friends.
Period. Amanda said, "Did the lunch go live? Or are you an affiliate with Early Access?" So we are affiliates with Early Access,
Mhm.
but you can see the planner on the website, but it doesn't look like it's available. Well, actually, once this podcast come out, it'll be available. It says it will launch on May 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern time.
May
So,
22nd.
yeah.
Dang, I was hoping they would ship ours out a little bit earlier.
Well, I don't know if they.
I'll have
I
to
don't.
look at it. They did send a breakdown, but I can't. I'll
Yeah,
have to pull up that email.
and I don't know if they were possibly sending affiliates theirs earlier or if they're just gonna send it whenever they start to get the regular order. But I do know that affiliates could order a little early. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that'll be out this week. Y'all got the inside access. It's not really inside access because it's on the website. But thank you for being here. So you got to know. And you can stay ready. Raina said, I've been so planner consistent, I'm shook by myself. I love that for you, girl.
I
I love
know.
that.
I feel like at this point in the year, especially after Go Wild for me,
It's so
it's like,
hard.
ugh, like I now want to try all these different things, but
I
I don't
know.
know. Yeah, I just kind of been in a rut. I haven't been in my planner all May.
You know what? And this is making me lean towards being an academic year planner rather than
Yeah,
a
annual.
calendar year. Yeah, because you're right. Around the same time every year, I just kind of get over it. So why not start a planner in like July or June? Use it until I'm naturally over it, which ends up happening around this time, and then it's time for a new planner instead of getting all hyped up in January to only stick with it for like a few months. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't feel this way at the end of the year too
No,
much.
I don't
You
either.
know?
I really just kind of switch it up because that's what everybody else is doing. But half the time, I don't even switch it up. I just be like, well, I'm just gonna start a new planner of the same planner that I've been using. That happens a lot at the end of the year. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Maybe we'll finish a planner one of these days.
I'm trying. I still am liking the Hobonichi. I think ultimately I just don't need the weeks for real. I don't use them.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't either. That's the thing. I don't want the weeks. I want a dated Hobonichi that does not have the weeks. It just has the months and the days, because they have the day free one, but it's not dated, and it doesn't even have enough for the whole year. It doesn't have enough daily pages for the whole year. So maybe we'll finish a planner when Marjorie Taylor Greene stops being the bleach blonde, bad built, butch body bitch.
There is zero hope for us.
The bitch is not silent here.
The bitch is not silent here. It's not. Clear, and all she could do is just sit there.
Yep.
Like that Pokemon meme. The Pikachu one, like.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
all she could do.
Gagged. Didn't even know what had happened. Flew over her head. I hate that for her. Yeah. Jeanette said the only reason I want a large planner is to use all the stickers I have. You know what? That had a lot to do with why I decided ultimately to get the 7x9, because I find myself using stickers a little bit less in the A5 because it's just not enough. It's not as much space. So with the 7x9, I'm kind of forced to try to fill the space, and stickers is a great way to do that.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love it.
Crystal said, definitely in a planner funk. I switched into 2 new planners, 7x9 for deco and Happy Planner Mini for on the go. Ooh, cute. Cute. Amanda said Meg wants a week free. Exactly. Make a week free. Not a day free, Hobonichi, but a week free. Please. Please.
That I honestly would take that too. I've been seeing different things that people like do on their weeklies, like trackers and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't need to track that much shit, like I just don't. So I don't know what else other than, covering it and making a notes page or something, but it's just a waste. I hate it.
Agreed. Well, y'all, we got a jet. Myra got ish to do, and I need to put away some groceries. I just got home. My husband just got home with groceries.
I need to go grocery shopping too,
because I'm such a homemaker. I need to go put away the groceries so that my husband
do your
can just
womanly duties,
watch football and do whatever he does, because that's the duty. Y'all, we crazy. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining. Shout out to the Patreon crew. Again, if you're interested in joining us for the next monthly live pod, check out our Patreon, plannersandwine.com. You have links to everything. Also, check out the show notes. Everything is always linked there as well. And join us. Just don't be an asshole.
Yes, that's the only rule. And hopefully we'll see you there at our next live next month. Check out the YouTube, all the links in the show notes. We'll see y'all around.
Yep. Oh, real quick, the new rule for the Patreon is you just can't be a bleach blonde, bad built butch body. And that has nothing to do with looks. It's personality.
It's a personality.
Yeah. In case we need to clarify that, it's not about looks. That's
a personality. I think that's valid. It's going to officially go in our rules now.
Period.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.